In terms of the title race, I think big waves is going to play a pretty big factor.
I think it's great for the sport, but then again, it is surf and a wave can come and wreck your whole series.
People want to see us getting hurt and carnage and, getting hammered.
Hopefully surf doesn't get too big, but just got to make the right decisions on the day.
The concept and idea behind chasing the swells in the ocean is one of the best attributes to our sport. It's what makes us who we are.
Hello and welcome to Smiths Beach in Western Australia, a new venue for a new season of Ironman on its new home here at Wide World of Sports. Welcome to the Nutri-Grain Ironman series. I'm Corbin Harris, joined by Reece Jury. How you doing, buddy? It's an exciting season ahead.
Yeah, definitely, mate. We've got some new competitors this year, wildcards. We've got some old competitors coming back this year as well, which will spice things up. We've got new locations, new formats. It's going to be a cracking series this year.
Let's talk about the conditions. As you can see, it's pretty windy here. For the last 3 weeks here in West Oz, it's been sunshine non-stop. Last sort of 2 days, it's just been torrential rain. How's it going to affect it?
Yeah, well, look, last night the whole event area had to be taken back up and off the beach. The water came up that high, they had to remove the tents, pull the flags down. We've got it back this morning, but with this surf and the wind, it's going to change things big time. The guys' tactics, they'll all be different, so it's going to be full on today.
Talking about tactics, obviously you guys go in there all prepped, ready to go. Does it completely change things now? Do you throw what you had out the window or what?
You're not racing so much against the other competitor, you're racing against the elements now. So it's going to be the person that makes the right decisions. Look, the tactics still will be there, you still have to just stick to a plan, but more so against the elements, not so much against a fellow competitor.
Perfect. Can't wait. It's going to be a great season. Let's get straight into it and check out the 16 athletes. In the number 1 position, Shannon Eckstein.
The one thing I like about Shannon Eckstein, he's super tough. That doesn't get mentioned a lot. He's a super tough guy, and he definitely will be the one to beat.
Number 2, Kendrick Louis.
Yeah, Kendrick had an outstanding year last year. He's moved back to Sydney, so it'll be interesting to see how he rolls up this year.
And you'll notice there, no number 3. Ali Days had to pull out due to illness, which is a real shame, but I'm sure Ali will be back bigger and better next year.
Kai Hurst is always in there with a chance.
Kai Hurst, mate, his body surfing ability, his skills, his experience, he's a true legend of the sport.
Back down the pack a little bit, it's the brother Kane Eckstein. How's he going to go?
He's going to be a huge asset to this series. He's a tough little bugger. He comes in and he'll be fighting tooth and nail. He's going to be a real serious threat.
So there you have the competitors, but with us right now is 7-time series champ Shannon Eckstein. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good, Corbin. I'm really looking forward to racing. It's very testing out there. It's a new beach for all of us. So, just looking forward to round 1.
I mean, waking up this morning, last night, it was torrential rain pretty much. What were you thinking?
I was thinking, are we going to race today? But, the wind's changed direction. The surf's, it's really good for an Ironman race. I think it's going to be tricky. You're going to have to pick which alley to take. I don't think you have to go full ball for the full race. I think you can just back off and pick your alleys and that'll win a day.
Yeah, obviously you talked briefly about your tactics then. Have they changed dramatically with the conditions, or are you still going to stick to what you originally planned?
Yeah, no, I think coming to this beach, it's all about getting in and out through the surf. There's not going to be too much paddling out the back. It's just pick your lines in and out through the surf and coming in, hold your ski, hold your board, hold your swim waves, and you should get a good result.
Shannon, talk to us about the injury that you had as well. You were supposed to have a period of time off, but I think you only took 10 days.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I tore a bit of my diaphragm. So doctor said try and have a month off, let it recover. But I took 10 days off, just fully rested, and I'm feeling pretty good now.
Well, mate, your brother's back. Kane's back in the series. That's a good thing. Are you excited about it?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. It was disappointing he didn't race last year, but 2 years ago he dominated the series. He really, really did a good job. So I'm really looking forward to racing him again.
Shannon, well, good luck out there, buddy. Good to see you again,
Cheers.
as always. Let's get straight into it and check out the women's Ironwoman. In the number 1 spot, Courtney Hancock.
Yeah, well, once again, she's going to be right up there. Real serious contender.
Jordan Mercer.
She's been in the series for a few years now. A lot of history with that name. She's ready to race this year. Big contender.
Listen, Reece, the 2 that we're going to look out for are Elizabeth Plumers and Crystal Smith. They're coming through. They're back again.
Absolutely. Crystal Smith, a lot of experience, really good in the surf, very talented, great skills. And obviously Elizabeth Plumer's already, she's won the trial. She's come back in, won the Coolangatta Gold. So she's in red hot form. She's really going to take the challenge to Courtney Hancock.
Okay, so Reece, let's talk about Courtney. Number one position. What's she going to do to try and just hold that title again?
Yeah, look, it's going to be hard this year. Obviously, she's got a lot of competition, but Courtney's the full professional. You know, she takes this very serious. She trains very hard. So, you know, she's going to be right up there again. She's going to be hard to beat.
For the first time, let's throw down to the lovely Ros Kelly.
Well, Mother Nature is absolutely throwing everything at the athletes here today. There is a strong wind, huge surf, and conditions are pretty much a mess, even on the beach after a storm in the past 24 hours. Now, reigning champion Courtney Hancock's here checking out conditions. Courtney, there's a lot of safety meetings here this morning. How are you and the other girls feeling about getting out there?
Look, Surf Life Saving and Kellogg's Nutri-Grain have got absolutely all the safety out there today. Our safety comes first, competition second. As you can see out here today, we've definitely got some surf. It's going to be a huge challenge for us. We're all fit, we've all trained for this, and I'm actually a little bit excited to get out there.
Tactically, will you do anything different in these conditions?
Tactically, look, I'm going to get out there and be confident, really hit it hard from the start. There's no holding back today. As you can see, if you hold back, you know, the waves have won. So definitely I've just got to be smart out there and make sure I'm thinking all the time.
You're now the hunted woman. Is there any more pressure on you being the defending champion?
Look, I'm wearing number one on my swimmers. Not going to think about that at all. This is a new series, new season, first round coming. So I'm hoping to get an amazing start.
Okay, Courtney, I'll let you go get ready.
Thank
Best
you
of
very
luck.
much. Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We've got racing coming up very soon. But first, let's check out what the athletes have to say about this amazing location.
No, I don't know anything about Smith's Beach.
No, I know nothing about Smith's Beach.
No, I've never been to Smith's Beach before, so it's a little bit of an unknown for me.
I've never been to Smith's Beach, but I've heard that it's got big surf, it's cold, and there's a beach.
Smith's Beach, so it's down South WA. I think the best thing about going to Smith's Beach is it opens people's minds up to actually going and trying new frontiers and racing.
I've only heard the spooky stories about these 5+ foot waves.
I had a look at Google Maps and had a look at the pictures and stuff. It looks pretty dark, the water pretty gruesome.
You know, fingers and toes crossed that we turn up on the day to race and it's, you know, there is some swell pumping through.
The one to watch is Elizabeth Plumer's. She knows what to do. She's confident in herself, confident in her racing, and I think she's just at that age there she wants to win, and she's not going to be happy with anything other than that.
You definitely can't go past Crystal Smith. She looks so fit, and after having a year off, she's definitely hungry to get the title under her belt.
You've got people like Courtney Hancock. She lucked out a little bit last year, but you know, she's got fantastic skills.
Crystal and Courtney, they've got all of the experience and they've got the results on the board, so they are definitely contenders for the title.
That's who the athletes think will be in the title race this season as we count down to the opening race here at Smith's Beach in Western Australia, a venue not one competitor in this field has raced at ever before. Reece is a brand new venue here at Smith's Beach. How's that going to play out for the competitors?
Yeah, look, I think it's going to have a big effect on the competitors. I think the person that can adapt to it the quickest will do well here. And I think experience will play a big part in it.
Let's go down the pro zone with Jordan Mercer.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Wild West. We're at Smith's Beach and the ocean has really put on a show this morning. Conditions are extremely testing and it's not going to be the fastest today, it's definitely going to be the smartest, about being patient but ready to attack the surf. The women's course has actually been changed and no longer are we allowed to jump on our skis. So we've got 2 laps to do, out around on the boards, out on the swims, and repeat that again. I think you're in for a big show, so get ready for some action.
Thanks, Jordan. Well, we're almost ready to start the race. Reece, who's your tip?
It's a real hard one, Corbin. We've got a blend of experience and young talent coming up. But I'm going to go with Elizabeth Plumer's. She's won the trial, she's won the Coolangatta Gold leading into the series. I think she's carrying that form, and I think she'll be really, really hard to beat today.
Thanks, mate. While you're going to hot-foot it towards the commentary box, he's going to join Trevor Hendy and Tim Gilbert. Over to you guys.
Yeah, what a beautiful day we have today. Thanks for that, Corbin and Trevor Hendy. Beautiful blue sky, a little bit of wispy cloud, 3 hours south of Perth in the wonderful Margaret River. And if the stage was ever set, it is right now.
Oh, Tim, I'm so excited to be here. The swell yesterday afternoon came up with the storm. I was here when they had to pull the arena out. That's why now we're looking at the course, board leg, then swim leg, no ski leg today, Tim, because it was too big. That was the call made for the girls, too dangerous. Some not so happy about that, but they're all out there ready to go.
Yeah, so no ski leg today. It was a wild old day. It's fantastic that we're competing. And there it is, the 2014 Nutri-Grain Ironman Series. The women are underway now, and Reese joins us. Reese, what about the atmosphere on the beach as we see the girls make their way out?
Yeah, well, Tim, I'll just get my breath back. I'm not quite as fit as I used to be running up those stairs, but let me tell you, everyone is pumped down on the beach. The wind is up, the swell is up, and it's really exciting down. I can't wait to see what happens here today.
One thing I'm loving straight up, this is from on board. The cameras, every single board, and ski in the men's, and in the swim legs as well, we're getting more of the outside view, but the board cameras and ski cameras are incredible. Look at that, rolling under. That's exactly what the competitors see. We've never seen that before in the sport of Ironman and Ironwomen. This is going to be sensational to watch.
Yeah, it is definitely the bird's eye view in every possible way as we see Liz Plumer's an extraordinary talent. Not all these girls would be having slumber parties either. They're not all the best of friends, are they?
They aren't the best of mates, you know, they kind of say they are, but there's a few rivalries in there, and we'll probably talk about that more as it goes. I think it'll show itself. Brodie Moyer, we see their sensational job in the series last 2 years actually. Sometimes they're choosing to roll under the waves when it's a little bit too big to pop over, but you saw Liz Plumas before sitting back on the board, leaning back, as soon as the nose comes up, leaning forward, getting on the nose and bringing the board down the other side.
You also notice too, Trevor, with their stroke, they're not as long as they normally are. They're shortening up their stroke and their lower sense of gravity due to that strong wind out there today.
Yeah, little short, sharp chops. A great shot there. That's Bonnie we have there. Look at that, bouncing through, exactly as you say, Reece, short, sharp chops. Not a surprise to see out the front there at the moment, Crystal Smith and Liz Plumas. But there's Amy Nerthen as well, doing very, very good start at this point in time and never fails to impress in the big waves, Reece.
Look at this, you can see straight away, tactically, she's cut down behind the other competitors and she's heading for what she believes to be a rip, and it'll be interesting to see if that's paid off for her.
There she is, perfect timing. There she is, Amy, coming from that side. That's the top three. So she's sitting there equal lead with Elizabeth Plumas and Crystal Smith. And actually looks like at that point, it paid off better than any other move for anyone else in the field. So that's a sensational job from young Amy Nerthen.
Yeah, well, Crystal Smith and Elizabeth Plumas are there. You've got Hancock, and I suppose the rest of the field are really trying to... Look at this on the GoPro. How good's this?
This is Geordie Mercer. You can start to see the little bit of pain on furrowing up on the brow there. I'm sure the heart rate's building by now. They've got past that little bit of phosphoric burn that you get in the first 10 to 40 seconds when you take off. Now they're settling into the aerobic zone or anaerobic zone for these girls at this stage. The main thing about it is getting such a good start that you're not... There you go, some argy-bargy, talking about they're not all best mates and having slumber parties. You better get out of my way.
There it is. It's all happening out on the water.
Incredible shot there. We just saw that. Here's a little replay from on board. Crystal Smith flying across on a chop, riding the run sideways. That's not actually catching a wave. It's catching a wind swell that's turned into a wave. Great work and great shots.
Is it almost fair to say that you've got Hancock, Plumas, Smith are the Broadway acts here, and everybody else here is trying to make a name for himself, trying to push them out of the way?
Yeah, look, definitely. They've been the best over the last few years, that's for sure, absolutely. And a lot of these younger girls are really going to have to try and step up this series to challenge them. But once again, look at this. Look, Amy Nerthen, she's trying to take it to those top two girls, definitely.
And also, you know, must point out that Crystal Smith and Liz Plumas both had last season off. So they're both on the comeback trail completely. So this is their first race after quite a time out of this level of competition.
A lot of tactics going on here. Also, you've got to maintain your rage and its endurance as well. So what's going through their minds right at the minute?
Well, one of the biggest things is actually what we noticed around the cans is you have to actually turn around and start to allow your board to track with the runs. But while you're doing that, if the wind's going across the screen, which we can see it is, you don't want to end up too far down the field down the course and have to run back. A great little wave coming. Look at this Amy Northern on the right. She's done a great job of it. She's followed the runs across, held that lead. Now she'll cut back across on the wave. We'll probably get a shot of her in a moment. There she is,
Liz
cutting back
Plumers.
across next to Liz Plumers to come in right on the turnaround marker and be the front runner for the series at this point in time.
She certainly is, and we are underway in the Nutri-Grain Ironwoman Series, Smiths Beach in Western Australia, the beautiful Margaret River. We'll be back with more of the race in just a tick. Welcome back to Channel 9's Wide World of Sports. The Nutri-Grain Ironman Series is underway with the Iron Women race, and the sea is big at Smiths Beach in Margaret River, and we've just seen the first board, Trevor Handy.
And what a moment for Elizabeth Plumers. As we talked about, she's been away for quite a while, come back to the series to run around now, have that heightened energy or feel that you have when you're actually leading a race when you're back. She'll be feeling fantastic. But look at number one there, Courtney Hancock right on the shoulder of Crystal Smith. Great job. Devon Halligan right behind her as we go back through the field. Brodie Moyer back there in about 8th spot.
I definitely think Courtney Hancock, she'll try and make a very big move here. She's a strong swimmer, so it'll be interesting to see how Courtney attacks this swim leg.
And of course, Liz Plumers had a year off last year, back in the sport, a mighty competitor. The sea is big as we watch them duck dive there.
Swell.
Liz Plumers, quite a personality, quite a character. She's travelled the world. And let's find a little bit more about Liz Plumers.
I actually spent 6-7 months overseas. My fiance is Welsh, so we went and stayed with his family and ended up jet setting around Europe. Before I left, I was really in a bit of a rut. I struggled to get up in the morning to go swimming. I struggled to go training. And I think you really have to love your sport if you're going to do it. There was a thought that I wouldn't come back. Towards the end, I was sort of contemplating, should I come back, should I not? And yeah, the love was still there, so it was an easy choice in the end. I think I grew up a little bit while I was over there. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself racing-wise before I left, and now that I've come back, it's just a little bit cruisier, just take it as it comes and just enjoy it a lot more. The drive is definitely higher than it was before. Yeah, I want to win.
Yeah, 26-year-old Liz Plumers, she's been around for quite a while. It's amazing how sometimes that break is as good as a holiday as we look at the tough conditions here at Smiths Beach.
And Liz Plumers, originally from Warwick, wouldn't have seen swells like that in Warwick, let me tell you. That's pretty amazing to see. But what fantastic footage down here in the deep, dark blue waters. This area of the coast sticks right out close to the continental shelf. It's famous for getting big swells, and it's turned it on for these girls. And they're out there swimming, no fins, no nothing, just those girls on their own handling it.
And you can see that they're just going around those small orange buoys. Normally we have the big Nutri-Grain buoys out there, but because the swell is so big, they actually couldn't set those buoys. They had to use the small ones just so they could anchor in. And as we talk, look at these waves coming through. This is a cracking wave.
There we go. This is going to be both taken off together. Oh, a bit of argy-bargy there as well. And watching.
I think they've
both popped off the back. That little bit of argy-bargy's cost them there. Let's have a look back at this. Here we go. Oh, hand on the back of the head. And Courtney, at one stage there, what the wave actually does there, Tim, is as it crunches down, we get another one. This is a wave for half of the field.
Oh, they've just fallen off the back. But the sea's huge here at Smiths Beach. It's fantastic that we're competing. We'll reiterate, there's no ski because of the nature of what's happening here. But watch this in all the whitewash.
And talk about argy-bargy between these two. There's another hand on the back of the head. They're fighting in the whitewater together. Now what they've got to do is keep the head down when the swell comes up. You saw Liz try to get a bit of speed and jump on. It's the speed. And is that Courtney Hancock? She's done it.
Oh, great body surfing.
Who did the elbow? Was that a grade 1 careless, that one?
Could be. We'll have to look back at that one, the match review committee. But Courtney Hancock, sensational job there. I liken to Kai Hurst in the way she body surfs because she keeps the head down. Picking up broken wave is the hardest skill body surfing in the whole of Ironman racing.
It'll take a lot out of you too, just the oxygen depth that has to go into that and hold your breath and kick your legs, then get up and run. Crystal Smith, and there's Liz Plumers in the chase.
Crystal Smith has come through on one side, probably taken a different route back to the beach, but there's the big three right there and now. We've got a race on our hands.
Go that way, drag up that way.
The pictures you're getting, look at that. You virtually feel you're on the boards with them. Just remarkable. The GoPros, we've got plenty of people out in the surf trying to catch every moment, every breath, every bit of the drama.
And there's something you don't often see too, the handlers holding the board up because there is so much water moving up and so much wind. They don't want to put the board on the ground where it gets washed away or blown away like they normally would.
I saw Courtney Hancock. She went down to the south again, the same sort of way that Amy Nertham went in the first board leg. So it'll be interesting to plan it. And you can see right now, Courtney has slipped out again down that southern end. What a great move.
What a wonderful job. Oh, there we go. The girl's going backwards.
Oh, Struth, Brody.
Here we go. Brody coming in. Here's the replay. Oh, hits in the face. And now she's travelling backwards, rolls off to the side.
And again, another couple of big waves.
Just extraordinary conditions here at Smith's Beach in the Margaret River. These competitors getting absolutely smashed by these sets. Ros Kelly's nice and safe on the beach. She's got a very, very special guest with her.
Kai Hurst, first time at Smith's Beach, opening round of the series. What do you make of the place?
Oh, look, it's stunning down here. I'm planning to head over to Margaret River to see what conditions are happening over there. But, certainly testing conditions here at Smith's Beach. And, I was told leading into this that this was Kitty's Corner right behind us here. This is where all the families come to bring their kids down there here and have a really safe swim. But obviously looking out today behind us, that's certainly not the case.
You're an old hat at this. You've competed so many times. How challenging are these conditions compared to everything you've seen in the past?
Yeah, look, we haven't had conditions like this for a very long time. Surfers Paradise, the round last year, Kendrick Louis won, certainly threw up a swell very similar to this in height, but, it was a hell of a lot cleaner. But it's just really unpredictable out there. I think, when you look at it, it's bouncing up everywhere in every kind of direction. So, a little bit of luck is involved with today's racing, no doubt.
Okay, thanks for your insight. I'll let you keep an eye on things and best of luck.
No worries, cheers.
Thank you, Ros, and a nice thumbs up there from Kai Hurst, and just a great athlete to go to 2 Olympics and compete at the top in this sport as well. Just extraordinary.
Yeah, he'll be super excited. He'll be buzzing. He loves this stuff. See the girls heading out there now.
Look at that gap. I'm going to come across there. There's Courtney Hancock. That is how far she's got in front from going out to the left. We saw Liz roll under, get smashed by that wave. That's the gap. There and now, so Liz is back there with Crystal.
There's Courtney, we're watching her, and she's powering along out in front right at the moment and making the most of these conditions here at Smith's Beach. Let's go out to those GoPros, because I think there's been a bit of action with Crystal and Liz. There's an insight.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Here's the shot. Oh. So this is the shot from on board. Here we go. Can't see the hands. Must have got. There's that. No hands on it.
Lost it.
Swims back. Look at that wave right behind too. So she's got there just in time. That's a series saver right there, Tim. By getting that board in that moment, she's just saved herself a chance in the series.
Yeah, nice little bleep there as well. But our production crew have done a wonderful job there to grab that moment.
Absolutely sensational. Can't believe these shots we're getting. This is Ironwoman racing like we've never seen before.
And what do you like in this surf to? What do you like in these conditions to? Because we don't often see them this big.
Oh, look at this wave.
Wow, look at this.
As we say it.
Crystal Smith has just come down a boomer, and she's hanging onto those back straps now, and she's rid it out. That's a great wave.
Yeah, a little more sedate when these athletes were getting ready for competition at the beautiful Pullman Resort at Bunker Bay.
Nerves are good. I find if I'm not getting nervous, I'm like, oh, something's wrong here. And when you've got nervous energy, keeps you on your toes. But the night before I eat well, I go to bed early and I make sure that I have a good sleep.
I'm just like to stay relaxed at the days leading up to sort of these races, nothing too serious, and it's always good to go out and try new restaurants. And this is the first time we've been down in this region, and it's unbelievable. It's such a beautiful place, and hopefully we keep coming back.
It's beautiful, and that's why we came over a bit earlier, so we can go and explore all the vineyards and stuff like that. So Western Australia is a very beautiful place.
Having the number one of my swimmers, a lot of people might think that as pressure. But it's a new season. Whatever happened last season, I put that behind me, and I just really focus about myself when I'm out there.
Courtney Hancock, she's got the number one, and she's leading right at the minute. Trevor Hendy, Reece Jury. We're seeing beautiful pictures here in Western Australia.
Crystal Smith there running up. She's sitting in second spot right there with Liz Plumers. But this is really setting up the series right from the start. If you can get away round one, and if Courtney can hold on here and go well in the swim, which she's the best swimmer in the field, if not equal best, she can set herself up for the rest of this season. And what a great thing to do. She certainly had a challenge today. There is Crystal Smith coming through, number 11. Number 1 being chased by number 11.
Elizabeth Plumers now, and Maddie Dunn. That's a great effort from Maddie Dunn. She's only a young girl. She won a round last year, so she's back in the fray. She's a great swimmer too now, Maddie. So it'll be interesting to see what line. As you can see, they're sort of heading down south again, and you can see Courtney in the distance heading out that gap again. She's really nailing it.
Working back a few shots. There was also a shot there of Emma Dick as well, the youngest girl in the series at this stage, I'm pretty sure. And right up there at this point in time, Jordan Mercer there doing very well as well. The new brigade hanging right in there.
Jordan Mercer, of course, Darren, her father, is the handler, who competed against you many, many times, Trevor. Now, we did hear from Courtney in that interview where she was saying having the number one, it might seem like there's more pressure. There is more pressure, isn't there?
There is more pressure, and I think Brodie Moyer is one that's showing that right there, because she was back in the field, back next to Emma Dick that I was talking about. When you're up the front and you start thinking, right, this year I'm going to go better, you know, it sometimes gets harder because you put that added pressure on yourself. For Courtney, she is number one. Everyone's looking at her. I love the way she's approaching it. I love the way she's talking about it. She's trying to be in the moment, and that's what you have to do.
Yeah, you can see some of those girls diving down really deep to get down under some of those big waves. But here's the race. I'm just trying to pick up who that is. We're scanning. There's Courtney. That's a big lead, Trevor.
That's a solid lead. The one thing about these leads is when the lead's that long in the swim leg, you know it converts to a lot in the run leg. However, one good wave, if you swim into the break and you don't pick up a wave, and then if someone does a Courtney on Courtney and catches the wave, this could come right back to a big finish.
You can see how nice and high Courtney is in the water. Beautiful kick, hips are up nice and high, nice long strokes. She's got such a good technique for the surf. She's swimming so well.
And these two besties just behind her, we've got Liz Plumers and Crystal Smith. What about their techniques?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can see some underwater stuff. And here's Crystal Smith. Still, again, good technique, but a little bit stronger on that catch. Kick not quite as strong, but once again, great technique. Liz Plumers, nice and high arms, awesome technique as well, but different in their ways.
All right, let's get down to Ross Kelly on the beach.
Now we are into the final leg, and it's the big guns well and truly in control. Courtney Hancock's title defence on track. She is right out in front, followed by another veteran in Crystal Smith. This is a shortened race, and the women are still finding it very, very challenging out there.
Yeah, as Ros mentioned, no ski today. The sea is huge. Yesterday, the whole course had to be redone because it was just extraordinary.
And coming down to this last leg, the last time in, you can see the gap right there. There it is, Courtney back to Elizabeth Plumers, and we'll see if a wave comes up and plays a part. You can see it perfectly from that spot.
You can see the rate too, Trevor. Courtney's rate was just that little bit higher. That kick was a little bit faster. She really wants it today.
She looks a little bit lighter in the water too, doesn't she? She's really skipped. Look at this wave. Here we go. Here's a chance from out the back.
Look at
it. It's not formed up, but what will Courtney do? This is her chance to seal it right here, guys. Oh!
She popped out the back.
Over the head. There was no real chance of doing it. Once
Out
again,
the
here we go
back.
at the back.
That's a big wave again.
That's not going to pick her up either.
Let's have a look at the replay here. There's Courtney.
So only option Courtney could have done there was leap through the top and try and jump off the top. At that moment, she pulled her head back and pulled back. Let's see if it pays off for her. Here she comes. She's got to do this again. Pick up like she did earlier in the swim leg. She gets the kick. She gets the head down. Picks up a little bit of run. This is leaving the door open.
Those arms and legs would be absolutely burning.
Here we go. Look at this. Liz Plumer's behind her.
It's not over yet.
She's going to have to wade out, Tim.
Here comes Courtney. She's wading out and she's got Liz Plumer's on her right shoulder, one of her arch enemies in this sport. She looks over, but she looked over the wrong shoulder. I think she's going to be safe, though. Here comes Courtney Hancock, the number one on her costumes. She gives the high five through and she'll run it home to win here at Smith's Beach. Courtney Hancock punches the air. Well done, you.
I think she wasn't sure whether she won or not then. She was running up asking because she didn't know whether someone had body surfed past her. That's an incredible win.
Here we are. That's Crystal Smith. That's a great effort. Come back after a season off to get second place. Liz Plumer and Maddie Dunn. That's a great race from the youngster.
So there it is. The superstars out in front. Maddie Dunn in the number 10 ahead of these big rivals. There's Crystal Smith and Liz Plumers, and Courtney Hancock just gives Maddie a bit of a lift. It's been tough conditions.
What an incredible setup for the series. As we see Emma Dick, I mentioned before, come through. This is a fantastic result for this young lady. Ski probably helped her not being in.
That's an awesome effort from Emma Dick. First series, first down. Hannah Minogue, Jordan Mercer going for the line. Wow.
So there it is, round one, the results, Nutri-Grain Ironman Series, the Iron Women. Courtney Hancock has number one, so 20 points to her. Then Crystal Smith, Plumer's Dunn, Dick and Minogue. They make the top six, but a brilliant performance for Courtney Hancock. There is Jordan Mercer, the famous Mercer name, Northern Brown, Creedy, Halligan and Coleman.
I'm looking for Brodie Moyer here. Where is she on the next page? She's going to be their 14th spot. That's a shock for one of the guns.
Courtney, congratulations. Incredibly challenging conditions, but you smashed it out there.
Oh, look, it was so challenging out there. I think my pulse was like so high the whole time. I was never relaxed out there. But look, yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better start. I'm so excited about that. I'm a surf girl. I love it. And I can't have asked for anything better than today.
Perfect start to your title defence too.
Oh, thank you so much. It's only the beginning. That's only one. There's 5 to go. Now I'm going to have an ice bath to recover, and I'm very, very excited about that win. Yeah.
Great confidence boost. Courtney, congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Roz. Reece Jury, what do you make of that?
Well, what a magnificent way to start the series. That was a cracker of a race. And it proves, cream rises to the top. Those 3 top girls were magnificent today, and especially Courtney Hancock. Her swimming ability out there today was fantastic.
Unbelievable. So she's going to be the one to beat Courtney all season. Is that your pick?
Well, look, she's going to be hard to beat. There's no doubt about that. But Liz Plumers, she came off the board today and still managed to finish third. I spoke to a few of the other girls. They had a few incidences out there. So they'll still be pushing really hard. And I don't think Courtney will have it all her way, but that is a great start for Courtney Hancock.
Well, don't go anywhere. The men's Ironman is up next. Congratulations, Courtney Hancock. Welcome back to Smith's Beach in Western Australia, where it's the turn of the Nutri-Grain Ironman to get their season off and running. All eyes are on 7-time champion Shannon Eckstein, but it's the return of his brother Kane that could really create fireworks. Reece, could it be the year of the Eckstein brothers here?
Quite possibly, Corbin. The Eckstein brothers, they're that good. But I think there'll be a few guys out there that'll want to prove a point. Guys up on the sunny coast, they've been training really hard. Some guys down in Sydney, guys like Kendrick Louis, Kai Hurst, they'll want to prove a point. But the Eckstein brothers back together, It's going to be a formidable force, and it's going to add an element to this series that's going to make it really exciting.
Let's check out all 16 competitors. Number 1, Shannon Eckstein. Kendrick Louis. Number 4, Matt Poole. 5, Kai Hurst. 6, Wes Berg. 7, Thomas Trembath. 8, Mitchell Miller. 9, Joshua Minogue. 10, Nathan Smith. Number 11, Tannen Linden. Number 12, Matt Bevilacqua. 13, Dane Farrell. Number 14, Kane Eckstein. 15, Hayden White. 16, Cameron Cole. And rounding us out is number 17, Hayden Allen. Let's see who Ros Kelly's got on the beach.
Well, Kane, it's great to have you back in the series, but they certainly haven't made it easy for you with conditions in the opening round.
Yeah, no, it's good to be back. I'm getting really excited, and this is what we sort of all do it for, all us boys. So it's great the surf's come up. I think we're all going to have a lot of fun out there, and hopefully, we can all have a bit of good luck and, just have a good race.
How do you plan to tackle this?
Oh, it's just go out hard, or I try and go out hard. Ski first, so anything can happen in the ski. So, yeah, just go out hard and try and be out the front, and then just try and stay out there for as long as you can.
You've had a year out of racing. Rate your fitness?
Yeah, really, really fit. So for this sort of surf as well, it's just get out there and sort of hope for the best. And me and Shannon have pretty good skills in this sort of stuff, I think. So hopefully we can show them off a little bit and, have it go well.
Your return stirred up a bit of fear in the other competitors. Who's your biggest threat?
I think Shannon's always my biggest threat. He's pretty good in this stuff, and hopefully, he doesn't have any bad luck today, and hopefully I don't either, and we can just both go out there and have a good race, and may the best man win. Love
some brotherly rivalry. Well, best of luck.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for that.
Mate, talk me through these conditions here.
Well, mate, the swell's up, the surf's pumping, but the wind's really strong as well, so it's going to play a huge part in today's race. It'll affect the handlers too with this strong wind, how they hold the gear and make sure the guys get on nice and clean. So it's wild, it's woolly out there, but it's going to make for an exciting race, that's for sure.
Isn't it what? Let's check out a brand new segment. It's called Pro Zone. We've got Matt Poole up.
Well, here we are. Welcome to Smiths Beach, Western Australia. We promised you big swell and lots of action, and as usual, Mother Nature has delivered. When you look out to sea here, it's about a good, solid 6 feet of swell with a strong wind. That's going to play a lot of chaos for the guys on skis, being such big, heavy crafts, as well as the boards. What I think we're going to see today is a lot of the athletes picking the southern corner. They're going to be heading down out there and trying to find a bit of a channel or a rip to make their way back out to sea, especially for the skis and the boards. Once you get out to sea, you're going to want to catch your breath going along the back of the cans before returning to shore and trying to pick up that wave of the day to make the highlights reel. It's anyone's day to day, but I think the person who uses their skills and their smarts is going to come on top the victory. I think we're going to look at guys like Shannon Eckstein, Kai Hurst, Kendrick Louis, Nathan Smith and Kane Eckstein. They're the guys who have got great skills and they're renowned at doing what they do best, and that's winning races. So hopefully I can stay up there and mix it with them.
Thanks, Matt. Stick around. We've got the Ironman season about to kick off right after this break. But first, what is Shannon Eckstein's secret?
Shannon always plays his cards quite cool and relaxed, and he says he doesn't have any secrets.
I think his secret is hard work. Hard work, experience, and just being calm and cool.
I think his biggest secret is consistency. He does the hard work in the off-season. He trains hard, gets himself very fit, very dedicated, and then he turns up and the work's been done for him.
He's pretty sort of scientific with what he does. He'll be straight into an ice bath and have an ice vest on and recovering and doing everything that he needs to step on the line.
This year I think is going to be one of the strongest years to date. We've got a lot of guys, past and present, that have come back and they're super fit, super strong, and everyone seems really motivated.
You can never go past the experienced guys like, Shannon and Kai.
It just really depends on what the surf throws up. I think if it's big in all venues, I think Kai Hurst will be pretty hard to beat.
If Shannon won and I got second, I wouldn't be disappointed at all.
It's just one of those things where you've just got to put your foot on the line, not think about the others, and just do what you do best, and back your training and just go for it.
What a season in store. Can anyone stop the Ecksteins? Reece, if anyone's going to do it, they need to step up today. What's your tip?
Well, look, my tip is Shannon Eckstein. I watched him perform in the lead up to this to the series, and he looked clinical. He looked really good. But in saying that, there's guys like Kai Hurst, Hayden White. They're an opportunity, and especially with this kind of conditions, anything could happen. But my tip for the day is definitely Shannon Eckstein.
Mate, we'll let you get back up at the commentary box with Trevor Hendy and Tim Gilbert.
Thanks again. Yeah, here we are. And as we mentioned, the conditions here, they're big, they're bruising, and these guys love it, Trev.
They certainly do. Hard to go past Shannon Eckstein today, by the way, any race, actually, really. But Kendrick Louis is my pick at the moment. I really like the way he's developing.
So here it is. We saw it before with the women's race. No ski for the women, but the men will do the ski.
Men a bit bigger and a bit stronger, can handle the ski a little bit better, so it stays in there. For safety reasons, they don't need to get rid of the ski, but there it was, ski, board, swim, 3 times through. Incredible race we're set up for in these conditions.
All right, Courtney Hancock has won the women's. The last of the rules are being laid out for the men, and we are underway. The 2014 Ironman Series at Smiths Beach. Shannon Eckstein, the man to beat.
And we just saw Matt Pearl running down there as well. He referred to in his little piece before about going out to the left. All these guys have to run straight in. Will someone try and cut across the back of the field and go out, or will they just chance their luck at going straight out to sea?
Spectacular pictures. We saw all the girls in pink, these guys in green. It does set beautifully against this backdrop here in the Margaret River, 3 hours from Perth. Just a beautiful part of the world.
We saw veteran Wesley Berg. He had this southern end going out there, and he's very experienced too, Wesley, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays this out. But looks like he's been hit a bit here, Trev.
He has been a bit hit, knocked back on that side, which you thought would be the good side. Look at those sets just backing up and doubling up. Well, here we go for another wave. That's Wes there. Going to get hit by another one. No, he's over that clean. Here's a shot of Dane Farrell.
Sporting some nice blue hair there, Trevor.
Yeah, actually, Reece, that's Beyond Blue. He's actually a bit of a tribute to that great organisation, Beyond Blue, which deals with men's depression. So, a great young fella there, Dane Farrell, out doing it for the boys.
Yeah, an extraordinary job they do with mental health and raising awareness here in the Nutri-Grain Ironman Series from Smiths Beach. And dare I say it, the blue hair, New South Wales State of Origin team to turn it round in 2014.
I was waiting for that reference, Tim. Let's see how we go, hey? Last, 8 years now?
Oh, goodness gracious. He's a proud Maroon, is Trevor Hendy.
This is Kendrick Louis. Well, taking off from where he did last year. He's out in front. But a great paddle here from Hayden White. He's in second position, so a great start to the new young kid there.
And just pointing out too, those cameras on the front of the skis as they go past, that's going to bring us some sensational shots, and that's what we're seeing right now. Tannen Linden, who starred this year in the Deep Water Series, the young gun that came up with all the old, codgers in the Deep Water Series, and actually was so bright and alive on that series. Incredible to watch him. Didn't do so well in the series as well, but incredible young competitor. I'm looking for him this season to do a little bit better.
Yeah, as we look at these pictures, Cam Cole, there he is. You don't miss him with that blonde hair. And we'll all remember the Aussies, which is virtually the ashes of this sport, and he came from nowhere.
Pretty much every Aussies I've done is, for the Open, it's just to try and make the final. Like, all year, it's just my goal for Aussies is to make the Ironman final. But to win it is just completely unexpected. And, like, during the race, I was just having fun and enjoying the moment and enjoying the crowd. And that last leg, just seeing about 10 guys in front of me all just looking behind for a wave, and there was none coming, and then feeling one pick me up and push me up with the guys, and then knowing what my run leg can be like on the right day. Luckily it was, and crossed the line and still, like, looking at footage and stuff, you can tell I didn't know what I'd done. Like, I just stopped and looked at people, and that was it. Like, it was just completely big shock and so unexpected.
Mate, turning around that last flag, I didn't know what I was doing there, eh? I was like, why am I in front here? I shouldn't be in front. Like, just so lucky to watch spectating the whole race, and that last wave was insane. The man.
It was a fairy tale finish for Cameron Cole. Came from nowhere over his more favoured opponents. Extraordinary, and of course we'll be back with the Aussies in Western Australia in the beautiful, beautiful beachside of Scarborough for the Aussies in 2014.
And he'll have to defend his title there. And we saw Tannen Linden was so close there to Cam Cole, those two. So Tannen also in the series, and we spoke about him just before. It'd be great to see them go back, and Ali Day probably be back in the racing by then. And Shannon Exton, of course, would love to win his 7th Australian Ironman title.
Now you can see Hayden White there again. I mentioned him earlier. He's back up there. He's such a strong ski paddler, Hayden White, and he's doing a really good job. These guys are hooking across the back there, going with the swells, and now they've got to chase them in. You'll notice the guys on the way back in, they'll be having a quick little peek over their shoulder to see what's coming.
There's Josh Minogue, little spot shot there as he goes. Look how tight that is. So Kai Hurst cannot get his right paddle in, and Josh Minogue, and then back further in the field, we're seeing guys all around those cans. So look across the field there. Hayden White, young fella from down in Sydney, incredible job. Kendrick Lewis, Shannon Eckstein, we expect to be there. Kane Eckstein right up there as well.
How hard is it in these conditions? The ski obviously wasn't in the women's race because of the nature of the seas.
Well, great time to ask that question. There we see Shannon Eckstein on the right of the screen with the orange and green ski. Kendrick Louis in the centre there. See him getting knocked around every time they get lifted up. The ski moves around. They've got to be so loose in the hips to allow the thing to wobble around. If you try and stop the ski from doing that, you get bucked off the other side. Great shot. Hayden White paddling down onto this set. What an incredible start for this young fella. He'll be absolutely stoked. This is a complete change for him. He knows he can do this, by the way. He was incredible in the trial this year.
He'll be getting that real adrenaline rush. I remember that first race I had in the series. You're pumped up, the crowd's there, the cameras are there. You're really excited. He's taking full advantage of it, and he's going to hit the beach first.
Spectacular pictures here at Smith's Beach in the Kellogg's Nutri-Grain Ironman series. Back in a tick. Great to have your company on Channel 9's Wide World of Sports, and it's pretty wild actually here in the Western Australia. On board there with Mitch Miller.
Oh, look to the right screen there, Tim. You can see Josh Minogue, I think it's right behind Tannen Linden, going sideways. Here he is. He's going to go backwards. He has to hold the ski. And there was a leg over. Look at this. This is from on board the ski. What a fantastic shot. He throws the leg over to try and roll. That gets dangerous if he gets flipped to the seat, to the land side, but he stayed on. I think he didn't lose his ski.
Come on, Whitey.
And here we go, Hayden White. Like I said, he's really running on that adrenaline, and he's renowned for his ski paddling, so he would be hoping to get a start like that. But he's full of beans. He's heading down again. He's heading down to the cellar. He's running really close to that flag there, and he's got his board, and off he goes down towards what he thinks is that southern rim.
He's another great story, isn't he? Hayden White, we saw Cameron Cole, and here he is leading the big names of the sport.
Well, actually, I didn't make the cut. I got called up a bit later. I got called up, I think we finished racing on the Sunday and I missed out by one. So I was out pretty much, and then I got a call from Kellogg's and they said, how would it like to race this summer? And I was like, yeah, I would. It's going to be hard, I know, but I'm going to try not think about them, and I'm going to try and just go out there and pretend I'm the only one out there and do the best I can. We grew up across the road from the beach and Mum and Dad made us go swimming training if we wanted to go to the beach by ourselves one day. So we started swimming training, and then obviously living across from the surf club, we got involved. I think I won my first medal in the under-8s in the beach flags, and that was it. I was hooked. I think it'll be pretty cool. Like, they always say you don't want to meet your heroes because you'll be disappointed, but I'd call Nathan Smith my hero, and he's re-qualified for this series again, so it'll be awesome to race with him. I look up to him, and yeah, he's someone that I want to be.
Sometimes I ask myself the same question at 4:30 in the morning when the alarm goes off. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? I'm punishing myself. But no, I love it. I was saying this to someone the other day, even if I gave up, you'd be lost because you get to spend every morning and every afternoon with your best mates. It's fun. I just enjoy it.
He's still pinching himself, Hayden White. He's got the fresh face looks, and I tell you what, he could be the pin-up boy of this sport in years to come. I don't know about his golf swing. I think that's a little agricultural. There's some beautiful courses around here in the Margaret River.
I'm not good to comment on the golf swing, but what a great testimonial for surf lifesaving and the mateship that's involved in it. And that's what is behind all these guys and girls that race. They absolutely love being out in nature and racing each other.
Here's Wesley Berg rolling under another big wave. See how quick he gets back on here. Still hanging off it a little bit.
Oh, that's a lot. He won't be enjoying that, will he, Reece?
It didn't look like it was fun.
Wes doesn't mind a story too. He'll tell us after that. And Cam Cole pops over that one and holds it sideways. They're rolling left, right and centre here.
Well, Zane, the new series is all about pushing the guys and women to their limits. You've got that here, that's for sure.
Yeah, we certainly wanted some challenging conditions, and Mother Nature's delivered here today.
You've had to amend the course. Take us through it.
Yeah, look, we were dealt the conditions, and we basically had to change it. It's a shortened course. We're still trying to keep it that 40 to 45 minutes, so it's an estimate at the moment, and we'll see how we go.
One of the jet ski riders said this is the worst conditions he's been in. How much is safety a concern for you?
Safety is really number one priority for the athletes, and that's the reasons we've changed the course. The reasons for the delay as well, delayed start. So. And we'll be monitoring the athletes the whole way through. There's, elevated safety measures in place to ensure that.
It's action-packed, that's for sure. Thanks, Nate.
Zane Holmes, pretty handy himself. What an extraordinary athlete he was. He's been very, very busy the last few days with his clipboard, and he's picking stuff up off the beach, redoing courses.
Yeah, he's really enjoying his new role. I was speaking to him earlier, and he knows his sport and he knows the water back and forth. So he's great to have as the race director. I know all the athletes are appreciative of it.
I'm looking for our leader here, Hayden White. That's 3 gone past, and here he comes now. He's going around the can. That's him in 4th spot. So that rip has not worked again, Reece. He's gone around there and it hasn't worked. That's twice Wesberg and now Hayden White. And here we go, Kai Hurst. Haven't seen a lot of him yet.
Yeah, he's just having a little lay down, give those hamstrings and back a rest. But here we go. Matt Bevilacqua. That's a great effort from the young Taswegian.
And also, shot of Wesberg paddling past there, but in that previous shot, Kane Eckstein starting to make a bit of a move there. You get halfway through a race like this with Kane Eckstein leading, you don't want to let him go, oh, and he rolls off. I put the mocker on him, sorry boys.
Yeah, had the year off. Kane Eckstein won in 2012. It is Eckstein City in this series over the last few years.
It certainly is. They've run it for the last 4 years or longer, actually, between them. But and they're a bit of a unified force now, the Ecksteins. Once upon a time, they were a bit more, lack of brotherly love there, but now they're once a mighty unified force. There we see Kendrick Louis sitting in a great spot with Kane, 2 of the big guns.
Yeah, it was lucky to see that little slip from Kane. Didn't affect him. He managed to still get onto that leading wave, so he'll be a little bit relieved. But like you said, Trevor, the longer this thing goes, the more of a threat Kane Eckstein is. He's an endurance beast.
I just wonder, Nathan Smith, we heard before from Hayden White, doing a great job there, and Matt Bevilacqua, Bevy to his mates, doing also very well in his first series.
Kendrick Louis, Kane Eckstein, Nathan Smith, Matt Bevilacqua, you can see it all there, Dane Farrell. You predicted Louis yourself.
Yeah, I like the look of Kendrick. He's got not a bad leg. He runs well, swims well, board and ski paddles well. Good in surf conditions, good in flat conditions. I like him for the overall series.
And here comes the pack. Kai Hurst, well, he's not out of it, is he? He's always just sitting there. And there's Shannon Eckstein there. Well, he's back probably a lot further than he'd want to be at this present time, but he'll try and work his way back in it. And here's a young gun, Tannen Linden.
Quite often in horse racing parlance, they put themselves to sleep, some of these champions, in the middle of the field. Is that what Eckstein's doing, Shannon?
I would say with Shannon, you could say that. Everybody else, they don't really want to be there. Matt Poole, we see him at the back of that shot. He does not want to be there. Shannon will be okay with where he is. He's got that wisdom. He's very comfortable, very certain he'll move his way through the field as he goes on.
And you talked about Matty Poole, Trevor. This will be a real test for him. He's coming back from a broken leg from the Deep Water Series last year, so it'll be interesting to see how he's feeling, how he's holding up.
we'll just have to wait and see how it pans out for him.
Yeah, great series, deep water. And I'll tell you what, you wouldn't want to have any tougher conditions, would you? It's a reasonable acid test here at Smiths Beach with these big seas.
Oh, this is the perfect test for Ironman. This is what Ironman racing's all about. When you get yourself in that position where you have to relax when there's monstrous set breaking in front of you, you can't get a proper breath, you're fighting with your other competitors around these cans, the wind's blowing across your ski. Every single leg here is really, really challenging.
And so much work has to be done by the legs, doesn't it? So, like, he's coming back from that broken leg. We just saw the great shots of the underwater.
It really does. And the other thing too for Matt Poole was he was absolutely having a ball in that series. He loved being there. So to actually have the heartbreak of having to fly home and leave it as well, I think there'll be a little bit of pent-up frustration in Matt Poole. He loves racing. He loves being out there with it. So I think we'll see a little bit of that too, where Poole is going to race well once he finds his feet.
I noticed too on one of those earliest shots a formidable force, Kai Hurst making a move. And just on the top of that wave, they're getting down a beautiful.
Oh.
That is great surfing from Kane.
Let's see. Did he hold it? I think he's lost that race, and here's another opportunity for someone out the back here. See, he held himself at the top of the wave there, delivered himself to the bottom. Here we go, Kane. No, he did hold it. He did a very good job.
He held it. That was great body surfing from Kane. And as we said, the longer this race goes, and he's a confidence guy, once he gets out in front, he really thrives on that. This will be interesting to see where he takes this race to now.
And great call, Reese. Kai Hurst, there he is. He's come through as well. So that was him on the other side. And first and second, these two legends of the sport.
Kane Eckstein having the year off. Is there anything like match fitness in this sport?
There certainly is, yeah. It's that feeling of comfortability that I've been doing it time and time again. Just like, you know, our footballers and everything else, you really get comfortable with it. In Ironman racing, you've got to relax, really, when you go, oh, there we go, talk about, I think I'll put the mocker on him again. You have to relax, and we see Kane Eckstein plough into that wave. He's going to get back on. This is really important. He holds it. We see Kendrick Louis leaning back and getting some air. Fantastic. He's away.
But that, oh, they're rolling it.
Oh, this is carnage. Now, this is probably one of the biggest sets we've seen. Look at the guys here.
Going backwards a row to knots. That's Tommy Trenbarth rolling off the left side of the ski. He'll have to get on and straighten his ski up. As you said, this is a good-sized set. Someone else punching in. Here we go. Air, sideways. That's Josh Minogue trying to keep his ski, and Tommy off again.
This is literally trying to get out of a whirlpool, isn't it? These blokes are really struggling.
And there was a moment there you could see way out the back Kendrick Louis on his own.
And he just had that little edge on him, and he's super aggressive, Kendrick. He saw his chance, he went for it, and he's made the most of it. This could be a huge turning point in the race, Trevor.
Mitch Miller on and going. There's some air, that's what you see. Did he stay on? No, he's off. This is one of those moments when the good guys will know exactly what to do. Look at Kendrick Louis looking back. There we go. Dane Farrell getting some major air. The good guys know what to do. Tannen Linden unjamming his rudder. When you get shot backwards, sometimes the rudder bends out of place. There's the cream of the crop out the back. Everybody else inside at the moment still trying to get out. Whoa!
Look at this thing, Tim. Ruth, hold on. That is massive. Wowee.
This is Nutri-Grain Ironman racing at its best.
These guys have spent the last 12 months praying for that sort of surf. Now they've got it, I'm not so sure that they want it.
And Kendrick Louis, he's got a pretty big lead here. It's pretty huge, actually. He even had the time to actually pull off a wave and pick his wave on the way in, and he's trying to be smart about it.
He actually looked like he was straight. Oh, Cam Cole. Oh, he's got through that one. He didn't back shoot.
And you notice some of the guys are coming back in, and Hayden White, he's lost his ski.
There it is, the ski just sitting there.
That goes to show he was leading this race earlier on today. He has now lost his ski. That could put him way, way, way behind.
So here's a few of the guys we see on their way back in as we see Kendrick Louis hit the beach. We just saw Matt Poole. He's doing okay. He must have got out there somehow. It'll be interesting to see who's pulled this off. Where's the skills come through?
It's a demolition derby here in the Nutri-Grain Ironman series. More after this. just spectacular pictures here. Channel 9's Wide World of Sports.
Straight back into it. Hayden White's ski going across. Hayden Allen has had to cut across, and he's got in the barrel.
Oh, I cannot believe he just got thumped, Trevor. That's probably about the only time that Hayden Allen hasn't wanted to be in a barrel, that he has just got flogged.
He'll duck his head here. He's in the tube now, and
That's spectacular footage. That's unbelievable.
A bit more serious, Reece. How's his ski after that?
Yeah, well, the possibility of it snapping is big, but Kendrick Louis, he is just powering out in front. Here's a chase pack.
Have we ever seen pictures like this? This is the Nutri-Grain Ironman series like you've never seen it before, isn't it?
Oh, they've never pictures like this, and these waves only come every few years. This is a real honour to race in this sort of stuff. What about the way the creams rise to the top here with these few guys? Absolutely incredible. There we see Kai Hurst, who's just stayed there. We've hardly watched him at all, and there he is just sitting there very, very casually, ready to win the race, really.
I knew that he would have been just frothing to get out into these waves, but here comes some more contenders down on these waves. They're all doing a really good job of holding their skis nice and straight.
Matt Poole on the right there. And you see Shannon Eckstein on the right paddling back out. So he's right there too. There's Kane Eckstein out further. And we see out to way out the back. Who have we got? That's Dane Farrell. So he's almost being lapped at the back. And right out there chasing him on the board is our leader, which at this point in time is Kendrick Louis.
It's Kendrick Louis. That just goes to show you how big that set was before. It sorted the men out from the boys. Dane, first year in the series, he's still getting used to a few things. Oh, and look, there's Hayden White still trying to get out on the ski.
So Hayden White had to come all the way back into him and grab his ski to go back out to complete the course. And that's Mitch Miller we're seeing so far behind. So he knows the leader's way out there. He's been lapped.
Well, let's put this race in context because these guys are still on their skis. The leaders are on their board.
He's hurting. You know, the anger's sitting there. He's devastated. He's devastated his race is done.
It just goes to show you how tough this sport is. You can go from hero to zero in one set of a wave. It can be a really tough day at the office, and sometimes when things are going against you, they keep going against. Look at that, poor bloke.
There he goes again. Mitch has given us a colourful display. And I challenge you, if you've never paddled a ski before, to go out and try and do 20 strokes on one of the things without falling off in flat water, and then you'll understand what these guys are going through. Incredible job to get this far.
It's a very, very tough sport, and young Hayden was pinching himself before, and now he's really in the depths of despair.
We're still back with Mitch. He's still providing commentary for us. He's a classic character, Mitch Miller, and really loved by all the guys in the series. He'll have a good story to tell after this, once he calms down a little, of course.
Yeah, it shows you how passionate the guys are too. Like, he's got the arms and everything, but he'll get his opportunity soon, I'm no doubt. But Kane Eckstein, he's powering on. He's looking around, trying to pick a set. Look at these runners out the back. But here goes Kendrick Louis. He's got a wave. He's going to increase his lead.
Unlike many, he's cruising, and it's pretty tough on the beach too.
Well, in conditions like this, there's an awful lot of pressure on the handlers, men like Ian Poole. Ian, tell us about your job. It's crucial to get it right.
It's very stressful, very hard. It's you don't want to let them down, and as you can see, carrying the ski in the wind, not easy.
And it gets competitive between you all.
Yeah, always. Very, you want to make sure you're in the right place at the right time and doing the right thing for your athlete, give him every chance.
Okay, I'll let you get back to it. Thank you. Good luck.
So there he is, Ian Poole. He looks like he can compete himself. Matt's dad.
Yeah, he's quite a character. You know, it must be cool down on the beach because he's actually got a shirt on, which is very rare for Ian Poole, but he might get me back for that later on.
As the boys roll into a good wave, then you can also hear in his voice how much it means to him to look after his son too. You know, he'd feel all the stress that his son was feeling out there. And the little reference to, you've got to make sure the ski's in the right spot, that sort of thing. There is a bit of pressure for those handlers.
He's got a beanie on as well. Surely he doesn't have the beanie and no shirt.
Yeah, it's been done before. So, but here comes Kane. He's getting into the groove of things. He's trying to hunt down Kendrick Louis, who's got a massive lead at the moment.
I'm liking the look of Kai Hurst at the moment. Looks pretty solid, just sitting there. You know, he starts to time his run, and there's the other one, Shannon Eckstein. What's he going to do in the last few legs?
Yeah, and especially with the swim leg, you know, coming up, they're two formidable forces in the swim, so they're looking really good at this point of time.
Look at that, shadowing each other.
Oh, he's like just cruising at the back, isn't he, Shannon? He looks like he's got so much left in him.
Yeah, he does that run leg so effortless, light on his feet.
it's easy to win the first series. But finding motivation to win number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7's hard. And a couple of years ago, I probably didn't have the motivation I do now. I was probably in a slump. I wasn't racing so well. Now it's my job. It's how I feed my family. So that's more the motivation these days. I think training in a group is the only way I can succeed. My brother Kane, he does a little bit of training on his own when he trains for an event like the Coolangatta Gold, and he loves that. I couldn't do it. I have to race people to try and get motivated these days. I look for little things, like last year winning at Portsea. I'd never won there before, so I really wanted to tick that box because it's such an iconic venue for us. This year at Smiths Beach, I'd love to try and win there. So it's looking for little things just to try and keep your mind active. Once I lose the motivation to train hard, I'm not going to hang around and race just to come, 3rd, 4th or 5th. I really want to be in the sport to be at the top, and once I lose the motivation to put my body through the training that it needs to be done, then I think I'll hang up the tools.
Shannon Eckstein, absolute superstar of this sport. As we see the leaders at the moment, it's Louis Kane, Shannon's younger brother, then Kai Hurst. There he is in 4th.
A lot of people talk about Shannon as the professor, and they talk about the mental approach and everything else, but he also races from the heart. He loves this sport. He loves doing it now for his family. He's got a new inspiration for it. It's great to see him in the twilight of his career looking so calm and balanced. I really love watching him race.
He's super tough too, Trevor. I don't think that gets mentioned enough. To keep turning up year after year and keep winning races, he's so mentally and physically tough.
And there's definitely that pragmatism to it. He's got a young family, like most of us. You've got to get the job done.
Yeah, you can understand, can't you? And what an amazing sort of workplace or occupation. You're out there and you're not guaranteed money at the end of the day. One wave breaks in the right spot and you're out. There goes your prize money.
Yeah, the sea hasn't been that hospitable today, but I tell you what, the people in Western Australia, the town of Busselton, what an extraordinary place that is. Not far from here at Smiths Beach. Just absolutely brilliant. Everybody and the help they've given, extraordinary.
Kendrick Louis, great body surfing there, Trevor. He looked really good on that. But just in the background, Kai Hurst is not far away. He is hunting Kendrick down, and it's because of that awesome swim leg of his.
Here we go, the competitors heading into the final circuit. Kendrick Louis, he holds a fairly solid lead, followed by Kai Hurst, and then it looks like daylight at the moment. Let me tell you, the waves from the beach are absolutely monstrous. There are about 6-foot sets coming through, and it is pretty much unrelenting, plus a huge wind that the competitors have to battle with. One circuit to go, anything could still happen.
Sure can, Roz, and I tell you what, the pictures that we're capturing today as we see Shannon Eckstein, this cruise missile, just come up the beach. He hung out the back there for a while and he's just grafted his way through this race. There is real tough conditions. Shannon just moved across as others, well, their race was run there.
And all three of those first three guys look incredible at the moment. They look like they're cruising. Matt Poole coming in 4th. What a recovery for Matt Poole. That's sensational. And there's the other one of the big 5, Kane Eckstein. And despite what you can see here, these guys look like they're cruising along, but they've got a lot to manage. They're managing their own bodies, they're managing their craft, but they're also managing some thoughts. Kendrick Louis caught on the left side. Wow, every time I talk, someone rolls off. What am I doing?
Trev, I don't think it's you, buddy. These seas are really difficult today.
Kai Hurst has just slipped out past Kendrick Louis. So he was on the hunt, now he's going to be the hunted. Kai Hurst is now leading this race.
And that's what I was about to say. Between them, those ears, they're starting to think, this is my chance, this is my move. We've seen Kane Eckstein go the lead. We've seen Kendrick Louis go the lead. Now we've seen Kai Hurst go the lead. Can he hold it?
As we see young Farrell go through with the blue hair for Beyond Blue, a wonderful course. Shannon Eckstein, Kendrick Louis, Kai Hurst, all the big names there. Look at Shannon. Look at him there.
You can see Matty Poole, he's just been caught up by a few of those sets. Those three have got a nice clean break now. Kai's looking good. He's looking pretty relaxed, pretty comfortable, and a good rate there.
And they're 2/3 of the way through, so they know that they've actually just got these last legs to go, and they've finished this race.
Kai must hear the breathing, though. He must know that Shannon's not far away.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of experience, though. He's used to that position, though, Tim, so he'll be comfortable and around that turning can and chase a few of these little runners home.
Out of those top 4 that sit there at the moment, you'd have to say probably Kai and Shannon are the 2 that have the supreme surf skills. When it really comes down to it, they're less likely to make a mistake. Don't get me wrong, Kendrick Louis, an incredible athlete, but Kai and Shannon in another stratosphere in the surf lifesaving world about how they handle their craft.
And just that pressure, they're used to that pressure, Trevor, being out in front, being expected to win, you know. Look at Shannon, he looks so comfortable out there, so relaxed. He's very much in the hunt for this round.
Great to have your company on Channel 9's Wide World of Sports. It's the Nutri-Grain Ironman series, and I tell you what a way to kick it off. There it is, Kai Hurst. You'll recognise him. He's been a long-term competitor in this sport, also a dual Olympian, and he's got some competition.
Reece, I don't know about you, but I'm getting a bit excited. Kind of the butterflies from the old days. You can feel it's coming down to the business end of the race, and the cream has risen to the top. These three superstars, but these two out in front at the moment. Kendrick Louis running in. He wants to win this race, let me tell you. Kai Hurst has won a stack before, more than Kendrick Louis has, but Kendrick Louis is the heir apparent.
Isn't that a great shot? You can almost hear his heartbeat.
It's great to have those GoPros and see that. Here's Nathan Smith. This just goes to show you how tough this surf is. Nathan Smith's making a return after 3 years. This guy's won numerous races.
Oh, there's the land upside down.
He's having a tough day, poor old Smitty. He'd be frustrated. Here comes Shannon Eckstein. He's not out of this race by any means. He is right in amongst it, and he's got it. Look at that focus on his face there, Trevor.
There's still a bit of a gap there. Oh, you know what? I reckon those boys have been held up on the shore break a little bit, because that should have been a bit further than that. And there, he's right behind him now.
We just heard from him before, didn't we, talking about his family and where he's at and his professionalism. He just looks to have that real ease about the way he does it.
He hasn't looked like that the whole race, has he? Look at him now. Look, he just looks so determined there. The eyes are set forward. Matt Poole right back there in 4th spot, which has been a great recovery for him. A leg to go, 2 legs to go, and he's in a great position.
Yeah, Poole would be really happy with that result. You know, he's not out of it yet by all means. Here comes Kane Eckstein. He's not out of it either, even though we're getting towards the end of the race. They're not out of it, these guys. This surf can do anything today.
Got to remember with those two, so Pooley and Kane Eckstein are probably two of the tougher races. I was just going to say, he was just complaining about his board being on the wrong side.
Yeah, I think so. And again, it just shows that determination and frustration that these guys are having out there today. And there's those little things sometimes get to you. But here's Kai Hurst out in front.
Yeah, Kai Hurst, Shannon Eckstein, and of course the contest organiser himself, the guy that's running the show, Zane Holmes. They all competed a lot with each other.
And back to this fella here, Wes Berg. Actually raced with all those guys for a long time as well, still doing really well in the series. But yes, Zane Holmes, the only man to win the Coolangatta Gold, the Australian Ironman Championship and a professional series, the big trifecta. Only man in our sport to ever do it.
Pretty sure he won a world title as well too, Zane.
That was the 4th one, wasn't it? The world title, that's right.
So he's accomplished, that's for sure. But here's Kendrick up on Kai's tail, and here goes Wesy Berg. I think Wesy's the oldest in the field too now, so a couple of kids himself, and he's still doing a great race here today. You can see him bunny hopping, and a couple of little facials for us. Off he goes.
He's sitting back there in 6 spots. That's a pretty sensational job. That keeps him top 6, actually re-qualify for next year's series. So these guys in the back of their mind be thinking about that sort of stuff.
Definitely. Here's Kai just laying down again, giving those hamstrings a rest. Kendrick Louis doing the same. Kai just having a sneaky little peek there to see what's going on behind him.
See if we can see that gap in the background. We didn't quite pick it up, but here comes Shannon Eckstein. So let's have a look at the look on his face as he comes in closer. There's a determination. He's laying down to cut through that chop a little bit better. His eyes fixed out on the swell, fixed back to the people in front of him, and now exactly where he's going. He's had a look at both, and now he just concentrates on where he's looking at him, looking for the wave.
The 7 times winner of the Nutri-Grain Ironman series. They're tough conditions today.
Tannen Linden sideways, rolled off on the underside. Look at him trying to hold on. Here we go. This is a great onboard camera shot.
Just a young gun, still getting used to things, still getting experience. It is a tough day out there. Here we go.
Now this is interesting. This is interesting. They're coming into the beach. We've got Louis, we've got Hurst, and there's Shannon Eckstein. Now these guys, are they moving? He's going to get on this wave here, isn't he, Shannon? These blokes are looking at him.
No.
They're looking at their fate. Look at Eckstein come past them like a cruise ship.
They just sat there. What could they do? There's nothing they could do. That is devastating. Look at this wave they've come down. Kendrick Louis nearly ran over one of our cameramen. Let's have a look.
Look at Kai here. Here he comes. Well, this just goes to show you our sport again. You can get that lead, but it can be brought back to level just like that.
You can't script the pitches. Of course, we've got to come up on the beach, and then we've got the swim. The boys seem to have caught up here.
And Kendrick looking across to our left there, his right, and they're having a little chat on the beach there on the boards. I tell you one thing, Kai Hurst, he let it go straight away. He concentrated on getting to the bottom of the wave. You can't afford to be cursing Shannon and nosedive and lose the race yourself. There's the big 3.
One leg to go, swim to go. Kai Hurst, he'd have to be the favourite. Kai or Shannon, they're such good swimmers. Kendrick's swimming so well today as well.
This is your 3 best swimmers in the field, right here with a swim leg to go.
Absolutely.
Shannon Eckstein, there he is in the bronze medal position right at the moment. This is the final part of this race. What an opening to the Nutri-Grain Ironman series. Smith's Beach here in Western Australia. The surrounds are beautiful. The racing is just as exquisite.
And here we go.
It's Thomas Trembath coming down at Boomer.
And there's the cover up, and he gets spat back out. You don't know where you're going at that particular point in time. Matt Pearl right there. I'm going to jump ahead for a moment. Reese, run up the beach between those 3. Who would win it?
I think Kendrick Louis maybe with the young legs, but Kai Hurst is deceptively fast for a bigger guy.
Over that shorter distance, definitely. So Wes Berg doing great riding behind Kane Eckstein. And really it is, we talk about it so much, but it's amazing how the wisdom and that those guys that have been doing it for so long have that confidence. It just rises to the top in these conditions.
Yeah, and all that training. What time's your alarm clock go?
Yeah, 4:30 for most, 4 o'clock for some, 4:50 if you live next to the pool.
All I've got to do is put my makeup on and go to the Today Show. These guys have to compete.
Yeah, they don't put their makeup on until after swimming, Tim. So that's Hayden White sideways. Oh, what a day he's had today.
Yeah, this is a rough start for him in first race, and he's having a really, really tough day out there, but he'll learn from that.
Remembering, of course, he's actually got the board and swim to go now.
Exactly. Kai Hurst is making his move now. He is leading. Kendrick Louis is trying to hang in there, but they've dropped Shannon. They've actually swum away from Shannon on the way out, Trev.
I'm too nervous. Tim, call us home. What's going to happen here?
Well,
this is amazing.
I mean, look, you guys know this sport, but it's impossible to write this guy off, isn't it? Shannon Eckstein. He's won 7 of these. 7. This would be his 8th if he wins this series. So you got Kai Hurst. I know something remarkable will have to happen, but you couldn't write him off.
I like Kai's lead at the moment, though. He's sitting in the box seat. Hang on, what have we got? Whoa, whoa.
Who was that?
Look, someone's got on that wave. The others haven't.
Shannon Eckstein.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Shannon.
The luck of the draw, the good players. Is it Shannon Eckstein?
That was awesome body surfing from whoever that was, and I'm pretty positive that was Shannon Eckstein. It is.
It's Shannon Eckstein.
Where's Kai?
Oh, no, this is unbelievable. Kai Hurst and Kendrick Louis have set it up. Shannon Eckstein standing up, making sure they're not on the wave with him. He's going to run up the beach to win this race.
Yeah, the champions, they make their own luck, don't they? Shannon Eckstein caught the wave.
He's not sure.
Shannon Eckstein is going to win this first race in the most remarkable of circumstances. The last 2 legs, he got the wave on both, and he's left Kai Hurst and young Louis behind. He gives the high fives through this grueling professional looking for 8 series wins, and he knows he's won this as he cracks the tape.
And he comfortably strolls across the line too. After all that, he strolls across the line on his own. Great job, Shannon Eckstein. Here's the big finish. Second place, very important in the overall. Kai Hurst has got Kendrick Louis.
Great effort. That's a great race from Kai. He'll be pretty happy. He'll be disappointed, but he'll be happy with that. Mitchy Miller's still running around. He's got another lap to go.
Bit of a wry smile from Mitch Miller.
Kendrick Louis will be happy with that. Here we go for fourth place. Pooley and Kane Eckstein. Here they go. Pooley's got him. Kane's had a little slip on the edge. And Pooley will be stoked with that too. That's a great comeback.
Yeah, that's a series keeper, that one. That keeps you in the running for the overall series. Well done. These top 5, really good result.
Kane Eckstein after a year off. He won in 2012, not there 2013. 5th here.
Wes Berg into 6th spot. Incredible job for him as well.
So there it is, Shannon Eckstein. Does it come as any great surprise? There were moments there where we thought he was gone. Well, not gone, but wasn't going to win it. And he gets there. Matt Bevilacqua, well done for him, the kid from Tasmania. Thomas Trembath, he had his trials and tribulations.
Hayden Ellam too, great job first year. Nathan Smith, Cam Cole, Hayden White and Dane Farrell. Beyond Blue, great representation today, but struggled at the end of the race.
Well, you two were neck and neck for most of this. Kendrick, you set the pace most of this race. The old guys just got you there.
Yeah, it was one of those races I thought, before we started, you're going to be out there on your own. Whether you're at the front or, mid-pack or the back, it's one of those things you just got to focus on yourself and the conditions and fluck it.
What a day for Shannon Eckstein. He's taken out the first ever Nutri-Grain Ironman race held here at Smiths Beach. And yet again, everyone's chasing Shannon. And we're joined by the man himself. Shannon, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Corbin. Ended up being a really good day. I thought the first couple of laps I was a little bit behind, a little bit of bad luck here and there, but I was blessed those last 2 legs, the board and swim, to come through with the win.
Yeah, well, tell us about that. Like you said, that first leg, you seem to be back a little bit. At what stage do you think you made that ground up? Was there a specific moment where you got a wave or you got a break?
Not really. When you're going out through the surf and in 9 times, the luck tends to even out. So the first couple of times I thought I was getting hit and wasn't getting a wave in the first board legs, but I just stayed calm and tried to stay consistent and still pick my spots, and ended up getting a couple of good waves, and unlucky for Kendrick and Kai, but I'll take it.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes, but speaking of the carnage, it seemed on that second leg in that ski leg, there seemed to be a lot of skis going everywhere. Did you get caught up in that, or did you manage to sneak out?
I was actually right next to Nathan Smith, and we rolled one. It's probably 5 foot, and I got through it all right, coming around, and I think 2 legs later, we were lapping Nathan. So I thought, what the hell happened here? He's gone from probably 4th to, 14th. So, yeah, it can change pretty quickly out there.
Shannon, looking forward, how are you feeling now? Obviously, that one's out of the way, a bit of pressure off.
Yeah, I thought that was probably be my worst one. I came into this a little bit underdone. I had a few days off training, so I thought if I can build throughout the series, I might be able to get the job done. But a bonus winning the first one, and I'll recover now. 30-year-old body now, I've got to recover for round 2.
Hey, also, your rivals behind you was Kai and Kendrick. Going into the season, what do you think about those guys on your tail?
Kai's ever consistent and Kendrick's the young up-and-comer. I also thought my brother Kane raced really well today, and he was a little bit unlucky, I think, in the last ski leg. So those guys have got some good points, and it's going to be a battle in this series.
Congratulations, Shannon. Reece, let's check out the leaderboard. There is no surprise in the standings with Shannon out in front.
No, once again, Corbin, you're exactly right. Strong, consistent, tough. He's going to be hard to beat from here. He likes to lead from the front, and he's out there again. It's going to be a tough challenge for the guys to peg him back.
Also, a reminder of the women's earlier. It was just like the men's, both the champions out in front.
Courtney Hancock, again, proven champion. She swam so well today. Outstanding performance. Again, it's going to be hard for the girls to peg her back.
Reece, what a way to start the season.
Well, definitely, mate. We came over to the Wild West hoping for waves. We got it. And what a couple of great races. The men's race was outstanding. Through the best guys, best Ironman, just going hammer and tongs. What a great result. And Courtney Hancock putting on a clinic out there. So it was a fantastic start to our series.
Awesome. Can't wait. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll be right here in Western Australia at Smiths Beach.